Welcome to the Arsenal Presence. How we're doing this beautiful Monday morning. I hope you guys are doing fine wherever you're watching this from all over the world. Before we go into the nitty-gritty and talking about Calafiori one more time, be kind enough to strike the like button. Very, very imperative for this channel. Please strike the like button. Please subscribe, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. One more time, strike the like button, please. Subscribe, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell. Now, there'll be a lot of talk regarding Calafiori, the imminent arrival of this quality Italian player. Like I said, he plays on Italian because he's defensively astute and offensively fantastic. He's comfortable on the ball. He's a ball playing center back stroke left back. He's young. He can play center back. He can play left back. He can pivot into the midfield. He can invert comfortably and extremely comfortable on the ball. He's like a Brazilian Italian, very comfortable on the ball and defensively very astute. He does not forget that defending is his primary duty, even though he has the flair, the mobility, the athleticism, the dynamism to be an offensive additional player to the team. Now, why am I talking about this player again? Because I saw a lot of videos yesterday from rival fans and content creators trying to say, oh, Arsenal had the meanest defense last season. Adding a Calafiori doesn't change anything significant to the team. Really? No. Are you saying this because of the unhealthy rivalry, the unhealthy tribalism that is being expressed sometimes in football, or you are being facetious, or you are being ignorant? I would like to know. For me, I don't think you're being ignorant. A lot of fans, especially rival fans, are deliberately trying to demean this signing, and I'll explain why. Even though we had the meanest defense, statistically last season and objectively, we had the meanest defense. But there were games we suffered defensively from our left side. Our left back position has been a problematic position, to put it objectively. I'm not saying Kivio and Zinchenko are horrible players, but in comparison to the center halves of Saliba and Gabriel and the right back in Ben White, the left backs have not been as good as the name I've just mentioned. That objectively is true. Now, Kivio is slightly better than Zini in certain games. He won in certain games, but across the season, that left back position has been a problematic position. Even though Tomiyasu can do a job there, we know the issue with Tomiyasu's fitness. He can barely stay fit. Timber, unfortunately, suffered that ACL injury at the beginning of the season, so he was ruled out for the rest of the season. So we had to play with Kivio or Zinchenko. And we know against the bigger clubs, the bigger teams, the more speedier their wingers are, the more insightful their wingers are. We struggled. Teams targeted that left back position against us, even though defensively we're sound, we're a very good team, but they knew the only chink in our armor in relative terms was our left back position. So to cite the fact that even though we had the meanest defense, that left back position was not a problematic position, you are just being disingenuous and dishonest. They're just analyzing in bad faith. Against Aston Villa at Villa Park, it was through the left back position where Zini was found wanting. We lost that game 1-0. Against Liverpool that we drew, Salah had Zini on toast 1 or 2 times, and that's where they scored their goals from. Against Man City, even though we drew 0-0, Jesus had to do extra defensive duty in protecting Kivio left back position. Against Bayern, right? The equalizer came from the left back position. So we cannot suddenly act as if the rivals cannot suddenly act as if the left back position at Arsenal has not been a chink in our armor. They know, but they're going to pretend and say, but you have the best defensive record. Yes, that's why there is context and nuances to analysis. Yes, we had the best defensive record in the league last season, statistics and objectively watching the game, but that left back in 1 or 2 or 3, 4 games was a problematic position, and teams with good wingers exploited it. Even against Fulham that we lost 2-0 comprehensively, you could argue that the team had a bad day, but where were they going through? The Arsenal left back position, they were attacking from that because they know that was a weakness in our team. So bringing in a quality player like Calafiori is to plug that hole and make sure that our back four is as solid as a rock. There's no chink in the armor. because Calafiori defensively is as good as Soliba and Gabriel, and as Ben White, and offensively as creative as Zini can be. So we are getting a solid player, meaning the arguably 10 points or plus that we lost in relative terms in that last season, this guy would have given us that 10 points and would have won the league. Now, people say analysis in hindsight is different. I'm using the analysis to buttress the point that if you had a solid player like Calafiori in that position as our left back last season, there is no way we draw in relative terms rather against Liverpool 1-1, where Zini was king, against Aston Villa, where Bailey skinned Zini. Then against Fulham, where Kivior struggled, they had to be taken off in the first half. We don't make those changes. We don't lose those games. Even against Bayern, that we had 2-2 at the Emirates, there's a great possibility if we had someone like Calafiori there, we do not draw that game. We will have won Bayern. And our progressive playing, our offensive players are more comfortable. Martinelli is more comfortable playing, having Calafiori behind him. He doesn't have to worry about defending all the time. Like I said, against Man City, even though we drew at the Etihad, we could see the defensive shift of Jesus compared to his attacking shift, because he had to do a lot of defending to help Kivior. I'm not saying attacking players shouldn't have their own defensive shift to help defensive players, but he was overly concentrated trying to help Kivior than attacking the Man City, which affects the overall display of our attacking prowess. So let's not do that. So Calafiori is a needed signing, is a colossal signing, is a sign that will take us to the next level. There are different ways to improve your team. It's not always go and buy an extra attacker. Now, I'm not saying Arsenal should do my attacking play options. Like, listen to understand and comprehend what I'm saying. There are different ways to improving your team. It's not every time they have to be attackers or midfielder. Sometimes the right defensive player, we actually give the attacking players they let them off the leash, the freedom to express themselves better, because they know they have a defender that can cover up their mistakes. Liverpool can understand the fact that Van Dijk was colossal to their title winning and Champions League winning because he provided a platform to allow the likes of Salah and Mane to thrive, because they know they have a solid defense. Attackers win you games, but defense win you trophies and titles. We cannot veer away from that. That's objectively a saying, and it's true. Because if your attackers are scoring and defensively you can't keep the other attacking team from scoring, you can't win games. You can't win games. You need a solid defense in every game, not just football, to actually win titles and trophies. So this lazy argument, extremely lazy, disingenuous, low IQ, low effort, that Calafiori is just another defensive option, it's a lie. It's not just another defensive option. Even I understand Timber can play there very well, even though he's right-footed, but it's better to have a left-footed left back who can play that position to the zenith, to the apex. You need somebody like that. So let's not play this fast and lose games. Because I was disgusted, I was embarrassed by the low IQ conversation of saying, "Oh, Calafiori is just another player. All Arsenal should concentrate on the midfield and the attack." I'm not saying Arsenal should bring attackers and midfielders, but we know a weakness of Arsenal's last season, in relative terms, was that left back, because in certain games we're found wanting from that left back position, and you all know it. I mentioned the Fulham game, the Aston Villa game, the Man City game we didn't lose, right? The Liverpool game we didn't lose, the Bayern game that we drew. The left back position were objectively problematic to our progress, and it was high time we fixed it with a quality that was available in the market, and we took it, and it's a fantastic signing. Arsenal fans, do not fall for the gaslighting and the manipulation of rival fans who are telling you, but you had a solid defense. You don't need to improve your defense. No, you had a solid defense, but in that solid defense, there was still weakness that in key games that were being exploited. And that's just the truth. I don't hate Zinchenko. You know how much I defend him. I'm not saying he's the best defender, but no, he has those clumsy moments in him. There'll be games for Zinchenko against the lower level teams. You can play Zinchenko, I have no problem. We are playing against teams who are almost equally as good as Arsenal, I'm sorry, Zinchenko is not just good enough. It doesn't mean he can't play certain games. There are games for Zinchenko. Just like in Man City, Gavaggio was another extra 10 points. I remember Nottingham Forest and a few games where defensively Gavaggio was fantastic and offensively provided an outlet for them to score, or even score himself. So it's disingenuous to say Calafiori is just on that option. He's more than an option. He's a needed player that will take our attack. Yes, our attack to the next level because defending influences your attacking forwards. It does. It's diagonal passes. It runs on the ball, off the ball. Win of draws. He can defend zonally and one-on-ones and provide the leverage for the attackers to do their thing. This is a fantastic sign, and I'm standing by it. It gives us an extra 10 points in that team. As solid as we are, Calafiori will take that team to another level, another zenith, and I'm here for it. Someone might agree. Give me a logical explanation, a detailed explanation why you think Calafiori will not add another extra 10 points to what we have. Why you think he's not a needed signing? Give me a logical explanation, because for me, he's a needed signing. Some of you say, but you said at the beginning, you didn't believe. I said I believe it was interest. It wasn't imminent. Go back and listen to my videos comprehensively and try to understand. Do not come with your weak, disingenuous rebuttal because you do not understand what I'm saying. I never said I didn't like Calafiori, but I didn't believe it was as imminent as it was at that time, and I've been proven right. Now it's close and imminent. Yes, at that time, 2-3 weeks ago, it wasn't. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section regarding this potential acquisition in the next 24 to 48 hours. It should be a done deal. I'm all for this. As like improving on set positions that are weaknesses. So I love this deal. I love it. I'm happy about it. It takes our defense and our attack to the next level, and I stand by it. I think this guy will add another 10 points to our team. So if you disagree, let me know in the comment section. On your way out, be kind enough to strike the like button. Very, very important. Like the video, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. Let me say it a bit more slowly. Like the video, please. Subscribe, you're yet to subscribe, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell. Extremely, extremely important. I'm expecting your comments regarding this in the comment section. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.